What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the GameFreak. Today we are going to talk about kind of the structure of how Evercade does their cartridges. Now, I'm not complaining or anything. This is kind of, I guess, a wish list type of thing that I wish they would do, because the way that they structure their carts, they go by company names. Like they have Pico collections. They have Interplay collections, they have Sunsoft collections, and so forth. A whole bunch, like Toa Plan, Atari, stuff like that, which is cool. That's fine. And then, they have, like, they number their cases and everything. That's for people with OCD that, they have to have every cart. It's a good selling point. It's good marketing on their part. They do a fantastic job on that. But I wish, and again, this is just a kind of a wish list on mine. I think it would be really cool if they mixed it up a little bit. Like, let's say they get licenses from these companies, and it would be really cool if they made a cart with like multiple companies on it. I think that would be a pretty awesome idea. I'm sure that is going to bring up some licensing issues, but what I'm hoping is, even though I'm not going to get like these Evercade alphas, I'm not really into the hardware right now. I want more cards. So I do hope that these alphas sell well. I hope these like the VSR and EXPR sell well, since they are dropping the prices on it, and these Giga carts that are going to be coming out, with like the first ones being the Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 on it. That should bring in a little bit more money. Those carts are going to be a little more expensive. I think like $25, which isn't bad at all. I mean, you really can't beat that, especially nowadays. And I mean, if you go and try to get something from like a reseller or something, you're going to pay outrageous prices anyway. So $20 to $25 for these carts, I think, is a pretty fair deal. And most of them are multi-game carts, so that's pretty awesome. But like I said, I think it would be really cool if Evercade would do like instead of like a Sunsoft collection, how about like an arcade collection? I know they have purple arcade carts, but just like these red carts, they're collections. You got the Galco collections, the Jalico collections, the Atari collections, the Data East collections, the Toa Plane collections. Why not mix it up? Put a bunch of different companies on there if they can get the licenses for them. And I think if they get enough money through this hardware, these new hardware items that they're putting out, and these Giga carts, I think it's possible. So I'm going to kind of show you what like a dream arcade cart would be for me. And this is from multiple different companies. So let's check this out. Again, remember, this is just a wish list. I'm not saying they're going to do this, but I think it would be really cool. And I think a lot of people that are Evercade fans like myself would appreciate something like that. Because don't get me wrong, it is cool. You get a cart, but I don't know, when it comes to like collections like this, it just seems like they don't put all the best games on here. Like this Sunsoft 2 collection, I think is awful. I don't think it's good, like, at all. I mean, there's like Blaster Master is on there. That's pretty cool. I like that. The Interplay collections ain't that good, but Interplay also has, they have some good games, but the only ones on here are like Earthworm Jim and Booger Man. And Pico, I think, has outstayed its welcome. I think after that Pico 1 collection, I think they've just went downhill. But yeah, I want to show you what just an example of what a dream cart would be like an arcade cart. This, I think, would be really cool. Again, probably will never happen, but hey, wishful thinking, right? Let's check this out. I just kind of came up with this. I was going through my arcade collection on my game stick, and I was like, man, it'd be really cool if they could put all these on one cart. I think I picked out about 8 games, so let's check it out real quick. So the first game that I came across that it really stuck out to me, and I kind of forgot about it, was a sports game, and that was Arch Rivals. You know, Evercade doesn't have too many good sports games on their carts, and this isn't like a true sports game. I mean, you can punch your opponents and shit like that, but it's a lot of fun, man. And I'm not even a real big basketball fan. I was back in the day, but I'm not anymore. But this was a really cool game. I would love to see this on a cart. And hey, after beating the shit out of someone on the basketball court, why not go a different route and jump into a flying shooter? How cool would that be? I mean, especially with a game like this, Blazing Star, easily one of the top 10 best flying shooters out there. This game's amazing. Even if you're not a flying shooter fan, I think most people, after playing this game, would fall in love with it rather easily. And after that, go into a heavily underrated arcade beat 'em up, and that's Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. You know, I've never played this game until I bought my Ambernick handheld. I've heard of it, but when I got that handheld, it was the first time that I actually played it. And now, you know, I have it on one of my arcade machines. So, man, I absolutely love this game. I would love to see this game on a cart. This would just really top it off. And then after that, jump into probably the best run and gun game ever made, and that's Contra. Now granted, this is the arcade version, and I would want the arcade version on an arcade cart, even though I do like the NES version better. But man, Contra is just awesome. I don't know too many people that don't like this game. This game is just absolutely awesome. It's fun to play single player. It's even better to play with a second player. And then one of the best arcade games out there, especially multiplayer anyway, is Gauntlet. Absolutely love this game. I think the Nintendo versions kind of ruined it, but the arcade version, man, it's hard to beat this game. I mean, honestly, you really can't beat this game. It doesn't really have an ending to it, but Gauntlet is just fun. I absolutely love this game. And then another great arcade flying shoot 'em up would be Last Resort. This game is awesome. It does get really hard the further you get, but just the visuals and the way it controls and everything, Last Resort is definitely in my top 10 also of best flying shoot 'em up. And then why not jump into another flying shoot 'em up with probably the best end of level bosses in any flying shoot 'em up game and the best soundtrack, and that is Life Force. This game's absolutely awesome. It has great replay value, and it just seems like it never gets old. I mean, it's aged well. It's fun every single time that you play it. I absolutely love this game. And then top it off with another great run and gun game, and that is Metal Slug. Absolutely love this game. I don't think Metal Slug has a bad game in the series. I have heard that the newest one isn't as good, but man, the original, very first Metal Slug, this one was a blast. This needs to go on an Evercade cart at some time. So is that wishful thinking? I mean, a man can dream, right? Or do you think Blaze is just going to continue with their collection carts like this, where they just have carts with all Interplay, or all Sunsoft, or all Pico? I think that it would be really cool to have a variety cart with a variety of developers on that cart. So, you know, they can mix these games up. I think that would be a really cool idea. Now, will they do it? I have no idea. I can't be the only one that hopes something like this happens. Who knows if it will? I'm sure there's a big clusterfuck when it comes to licensing to do multi developer cards like that. But hey, I can't read the future, so you know, that's just something that I would love to see. So let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section. If you guys think it would be a really cool idea, if it's a bad idea, if you just don't like it, if you are content with collection carts like this, let me know. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out this channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.